Yes, we're welcome back to AFTV. You've tuned into the Predicted 11-4. It's Brentford versus Arsenal, 5:30pm kickoff. We're going to run through the positions, the players we think is going to start. We might even touch on some of the January options. So I think there's actually a load that Arsenal could be targeting when we get to the front line, in my opinion.
Wait, you take it? It's Predicted 11, bro. It's not transfer window wants and needs.
I know, I'm squeezing so much in. I don't really need to do that. Oh, let's just stick with the Predicted 11.
Calm down, we're squeezing too much in, bro. What an intro that is, bro. Bring the poetry back. Yeah, start this goalkeeper, man. Raya's in goal.
Bring the poetry back. Raya's in goal. Right, let's do the back.
Squeezing it all in. Yeah, Raya's in goal.
He's adding more players.
Right, squeezing them in. Right, pause. Let's go straight into
11 players. Well, let's just talk about the 11 players.
Let's do it. Let's go with the back line to begin with. You said Ryan goal.
And who did you have on the bench?
I did that before. One of the Predicted 11s. It didn't go down too well.
It didn't.
Right back. Now, obviously, Calafiori seems to be back.
Timber. Who do you have at centre-back, Turkish? And
no, it's going to be Timber, but I know.
Huh?
But
Timber right back. Who do you have centre-back?
Gabriel Saliba.
Brilliant. Left back?
Lewis-Skelly.
No, but it could be Calafiori, though.
Why?
It could be Calafiori because he come back from injury. He could.
I felt so rude.
No, it's fine.
He goes right back. The thing is,
no, because I don't want to.
Starts.
Do you know what it is? Yeah, I didn't want to see Partey in right back, but obviously if Calafiori's back, I expect him to start left back and Timber
Why
to
do you
play
expect
right
him to
back.
start left back?
Who? Well,
Calafiori.
because he's come back from injuries, and I just think we need to give him some minutes. I think going into this,
And Lewis-Skelly deserves his minutes, though.
he does, but we can also rest him and rotate when we need
Rest
to.
an 18-year-old after 2 starts.
I know, but I think Calafiori
I don't think
needs
he
to
needs rest. Does
needs
he
to
look
be-
like he needs rest?
No, but he needs to be integrated at some point, though, Turkey,
Who?
in my opinion. Calafiori coming back in.
Bro, Lewis-Skelly's just been integrated and it's going well. And I think I was surprised Arteta didn't bring Calafiori back last time. So to be honest, I'd be surprised if he does it now.
So
I
against
think it's a bit
against Mbeumo,
it'd be a bit weird of Arteta to bring.
But against
Lewis-Skelly has a right for man of the match against Ipswich.
No, I gave him my man of the
So you
match,
can't-
but
you can say you
I
can't
hear
take
that,
him
but I just think Mbeumo, not to say that he's not up for it, because Miles Lewis-Skelly, again, like you mentioned, performed so well against Ipswich.
And he
but
moves to people though. He's physical.
but
He's aggressive. He's
so
on it.
So is Calafiori, though. I'm
Yeah,
not
but
saying.
what's he lacking that you think? To be honest, I think Lewis-Skelly's got more attributes to deal with in Mbeumo than a Calafiori does. We've seen Calafiori spun out a few times by tricky wingers already in his limited minutes this season, whereas with Lewis-Skelly we haven't seen that.
I've got to say, in hindsight's a wonderful thing. Our shout, and it was our, because I really thought I thought it too. Our shout that Calafiori would start that game
Yeah.
actually was a bad one.
We thought what?
Because he put him on for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
We thought, well, you must be getting him ready. And also, over the years, Arteta he's opted for seniority.
Yeah, that's
But
kind of
the
where my
thing
brain's
is,
going.
Lewis-Skelly was suited to what the Ipswich game was probably going to require at home. So now the question is, does he stick with it for Brentford? I just think, and look, I could be making the same mistake, which is reading too much into what Arteta did in the last game.
I think Arteta will choose Calafiori.
I don't. He kept Lewis-Skelly on. He could have brought Kivior or Calafiori or Tierney on to help see it out. He could have put Partey right back and kept Rice on and moved Timber to left back to deal with Hutchinson. He could have done a lot of things, but he trusted Lewis-Skelly to see it out. Lewis-Skelly had the last moment of the game, which was protect the ball, win a foul, and our penalty area, game done. So this isn't just a play Arteta thinks is talented. This is a play he really trusts. To bring him on away at the Etihad as well. To bring him on
Home to
against Liverpool.
when we was
up against Salah.
ravaged in defence.
Yeah. So and that was over Zinchenko, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
So he really trusts this guy. And it must be for off-the-ball stuff too. I think he's going to get the nod. And he deserves it.
I think Calafiori, I also think offensively, listen, not saying Miles Lewis-Skelly done well picking up the ball and inverting, but I think Calafiori going forward-wise might have... Listen, I think at Ipswich, offensively, we weren't massively great. That might... I'm not saying it's all down to left-back position of Miles Lewis-Skelly, because like you said, we gave him man the match, but I think Calafiori going forward might offer a bit more seniority for me as well, and I want to introduce him at some point back into this
Seniority though, man. He's young as well.
I know, he's
like,
22.
team. Yeah, still both
23,
young,
yeah.
but he's older than...
He's older than him, but in terms of their Arsenal careers, they've both had similar minutes. They've both had similar responsibilities, and at this moment in time, we've got 2 big games. Lewis-Skelly's had 2 big games. You play him the next 2, bring Calafiori on if it's going well in the last 10 minutes of both, and then he comes in for Newcastle, Man United.
Okay, so Calafiori's
We're missing a key
gonna be
thing
the
here as well, by the way, which is that the new system Arteta's run with Havertz behind Jesus
Lewis-Skelly coming
means, you need a midfielder inverting from left back, which is what Zinchenko gets minutes over Calafiori in this system.
But the Calafiori for Italy does the midfield job well in terms of
and gets forward
cutting
Yeah,
into
and
the-
also-
centre back more, but I see what you mean.
yeah.
And also in Bremo, and I keep going to that. I mean, we wouldn't put Zinchenko. I mean, I wouldn't personally put Zinchenko against Bremo.
No.
But I'm just
He's
saying, like,
the style.
to end up with Ødegaard, Rice, and then a left central midfielder behind Havertz. Lewis-Skelly, he's like tailor-made for it. He's perfect for it. So he'll if we're singing that system, he'll get the nod for that.
Does
reason
Calafiori
as
not
well.
have that for you as well? He scored the goal against City. I mean, getting on the ball in that sort of position as well, and wrapping it.
That was
top
nice,
corner.
but they're 1 in 1,000 for centre backs. Them type of goals. So
I think Calafiori's long-term future is as a centre back. Now over Gabriel, that's gonna be difficult. But
rotation.
I feel like Arsenal do need to get to a point where it's just not a problem if Saliba and Gabriel start centre back together because we're giving Gabriel a rest.
Saliba and Calafiori, sorry.
Yes,
Yeah.
sorry, Saliba. Yeah, I said it wrong. Saliba and Calafiori. If one day it's Gabriel White, like against Liverpool, look how they handled that.
Yeah.
They played well. Because Saliba needs a rest. So I think that's Calafiori's future, to be honest. Especially because we have 2,000 left backs.
Okay, so I'm outvoted here. It's Mars Lewis-Skelly for you guys on the left.
Yeah.
The pessimist in me is funny though, you know.
I don't know why I feel. I don't know why.
The pessimist in me thought the 30 minutes Calafiori got would give him the start the next game. Now the pessimist in me thinks because Lewis-Skelly got 90 in this one, he's going to justify bringing Calafiori back into this one. But you know what? Regardless of who it is, I think Lewis-Skelly deserves it. I think the boy deserves a hell of a lot of credit. Gone under the radar, how good he has been. But if Calafiori comes in, he also has a price tag on his head. He also has a lot of potential. And either way, I expect us to be strong on that side.
Well, this is it. I think the comments are going to get at me for saying, like you mentioned, I think Mars Lewis-Skelly should be the one that starts because he's earned his right. But I just know, I feel like Arteta will go with Calafiori left back. I don't know why that's in my head because I want Mars Lewis-Skelly to play against Mbama. What a test that would be. What an achievement it would be if he shuts him out and keeps him quiet. But I just feel like Arteta will end up going Calafiori. But you've both gone with Mars Lewis-Skelly. That's fine. And I'm happy to see, I want to see that. So that'd be good. Going into midfield, the midfield three people.
I thought it was bold that he rested, rotated, dropped, whatever word you want to use, Partey for Rice in the Ipswich game. Because I never felt that you could move Havertz all the way up front and basically just say, Partey or Jorginho cover the ground while Havertz basically plays up front, and wait for him to come back, when we lose possession. It's just, Rice is like, I'm not even saying he's the only player in our squad. I think he's one of the only players in world football that has that ability to cover ground of 2-3 players, off the ball. He's unbelievable in that sense. Does he stick with that?
I don't think he should personally, but I don't know if you might be. You might think something different. I don't think he should deploy that same midfield slash.
I do also think people might think I'm trying too hard, and I probably am. I thought Mourinho's cameo was quite good against Ipswich. I think we were losing something in midfield, and then he came on and actually just kept things moving. And I keep thinking about the balance of our midfield long term. But he won't start. If it's a predicted 11 video, then I'm going with Ødegaard, Rice and Havertz. That's my prediction for
what do you think Arteta will go with?
Yeah, I think he'll go with that.
What midfield would you want to see then in contrast to that? Mikel Merino, Rice and Ødegaard?
Or Partey, Rice and Ødegaard, but more of a balanced midfield three. Because I'm not sure about Martinelli on the right. Now I'm skipping ahead, but I'm not sure about Martinelli on the right. So I'd quite like to see Jesus out there with Havertz up front. But
I want Partey, Rice, Ødegaard, but it'll probably be what he said if that's what he's going for. But if that's what he's going for, it's got to come with points on the board, because you've essentially taken what many believe, including myself, has been our most consistent midfielder this season in Partey out of the side to accommodate Havertz because Jesus has scored. So it's a lot of mathematics being done again, but it has to work. The answers need to be on that pitch across the 90 in the next game and the game after that and so on.
What are you asking, Cecil? Why is he taking him out?
Yeah, that's what annoys me, James. I'll be honest, because I think we all say it, Partey's been our best midfielder this season. Obviously, Ødegaard come back, done well, but I think even Ødegaard's dropped off a little bit recently. But Thomas Partey's been phenomenal. You drop him, and it feels like, it probably isn't this. Again, it's probably maths and geometry and all that Havertz and Jesus have to play. It probably is, but I don't understand why you don't keep Partey in that midfield. You have Ødegaard in there and Rice, because Havertz doesn't fit. It always feels clunky when he's in the midfield. I know he's playing further up. I understand that, but even if that's the case against Ipswich, it didn't really work. To me, it didn't work.
It's just a system. He's just running this new system. Like Havertz, when we first signed him, was being asked to do what Xhaka was doing for us, and it didn't come to him. Left pocket, combined with Martinelli. He's not doing that now. Havertz in a real floating role. Like, yes, out of possession, he's closer to Rice or Partey in the Palace game. And sure, then it's a 4-4-2. But the minute we have it, he's not just stepping up forward a little bit to support. The guy's like floating in behind the striker. He's drifting to the right. That is a lot of ground to cover.
Do we have better players in our team that can do that role better than him, do you think?
I just wouldn't have that role in the team. I just don't.
What do you think? He might put Havertz back up top and just do Partey in midfield again. I wouldn't be, because Jesus has gone a game without a goal now. Easy decision, and we take him out. Havertz.
Hard.
I could.
But then I put Jesus on the right.
It's harsh, but.
Then I put Jesus on the right.
Yeah, potentially, yeah.
Because Martinelli, I still think looks a bit awkward out there. I feel a bit sorry for him. I don't think it comes naturally to him.
Yes.
Okay, let's go to the front three, because at the end of the day, so you've gone. You think Arteta's going to revert back to what he did against Ipswich in that midfield. I want to see the Partey, Rice, and Odegaard.
No, I think we'll see. Now I just remembered the situation. He's going to go with Partey, Rice, Odegaard. That's what I think.
And then put Jesus, and then let's go to the front three.
And then
Jesus,
fit Jesus,
right.
Havertz, and Martinelli into the front three.
Would you rather have no Trossard? So you're saying no Trossard on the bench? Trossard on the bench for you.
You know this again, and it sounds so silly because you've got to think about your best 11 out there. But another reason to actually revert to a 4-3-3 and not have this second striker Havertz role is simply to have another attacker on the bench. I mean, in all seriousness, like we started the last game with all 4 fit attackers starting, which sounds exciting and whatever. I don't think it generated better football. I don't think we looked particularly creative, or like we were going to score 3s, 4s, and 5s on the day. You know, maybe just for the sake of some balance, but also Waneri not being the only attacker on the bench. Like, just have someone you can bring on. Like,
that poses my next question. No, I thought you would have campaigned for Waneri to start out on the right. I thought that's what he was going to lead towards.
This is a predicted one with Mikel, and he hasn't started him in the 3 games at home against newly promoted sides. I don't expect him to start him away at Brentford.
My prediction is Martinelli on the right. My prediction is he'll start Martinelli on the right for the game, but my desire is start Waneri and sign Kudus for 90 million, please. We joked earlier, but I would recall Vieira because there's nobody else to play in Odegaard's position if he's injured. Or go get Danny Olmo on loan. We need bodies, guys. Waneri was the only attacker on our bench. He's 17.
No, I know.
Ipswich.
I know. That's...
James sounds like me on deadline day last time.
Yeah.
Now, you know.
And I'm really glad I agreed with every word you said back then.
But I mean, it's much more relevant now than ever that we need bodies. And there's no hiding away from it. There's players there that are available. There's situations at clubs like Olmo, loans.
There's loads of players in the league.
If Vieira comes back amongst a loan signing and someone coming in to improve the attack for 70, 80, 90 mil, whether that's Gyökeres or Osimhen or Kudus or Lookman, whatever, then Vieira can come back. If Vieira comes back and we don't do nothing else, that's a very different situation.
Yeah, it's true.
Sorry, I had to ask you this question because I was Turkish. I wanted to do this. So if we signed, this is make-believe, Nico Williams, and we got Gyökeres, in the January window, but we don't win a trophy this season. Are you still putting huge pressure on Mikel or to get a new manager? The reason why I ask that is because that shows that the board are wanting to show ambition. They're showing ambition in a stage where you know that's what we all want to see. But if we don't get it over the line, is that then straightly the manager's problem?
The need to improve in January comes from the lack of doing what you need to do in the summer. That's the same every season. Okay. So even if we got Nico Williams and Gyökeres in and we wasn't to win the league, it would have been most probably due to the first half of the season. Now, they might not hit the ground running, might become terrible signings or whatever. That's the risk you take with any signing. I just hate that being an excuse not to sign someone. I'm seeing people say, well, why would you go 80 million Gyökeres? It doesn't. We spent 65 on Havertz. We spent 100 on Declan Rice, amongst other transfers. But, you know, those are the 2 big ones we've done. So I just feel like we are in a position now where no 1-2 signings guarantees us a league. We're 6 points behind a team that are about to hit 48 in the first 19 games with world-class talent across the board, with the best player in the league, potentially the world at this moment in time, in Mo Salah. The way he's bagging in this league at this moment in time, when all chips were down again, you know, in terms of a couple of years ago, people were thinking, including myself, he's probably on the downhill slope. More fool us. So I just think we're in a position now where I'm not expecting a signing comes and wins us this league in January. It can be the case, But Gyökeres, Osimhen, Lookman,
There's loads.
Danny Olmo,
Well, in the league,
whoever it is,
Kudus.
whoever it is not
loads of
just for the
players.
next
Like
6
Andy
months.
Gordon, there's loads of people.
People keep on also saying that stop the short-term thing. None of these players are short-term thinking. All of these players improve us for 3.5 years. So forget all of that as well. So as much as, listen, we go through January, don't do anything. Vieira comes back and we go and whimper out at this season with no league and no cups and everything. It's very different to reinvigorate not only the side but the fan base and the belief in January with a top signing that comes in, hits the ground running. We fail to miss out on the league, but we've got a damn good striker to go into next season for once. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear you.
Doing what the bullshit we do again in January? Come on.
We can't, especially now that Saka's injured as well. And the amount of fixtures we have, it'd be nonsense for Arsenal not to address an attacking position in the January window. Just quickly, what's the best solution right now for Saka being injured? What's your best solution for it? Is it?
He said it in Ranieri.
Oh, is it?
What, you're talking about internal solutions? Like
Yeah,
Arteta,
right now.
you're
Yeah,
talking
right now.
about?
Well, for you.
Ranieri, yeah.
What to play on? Okay.
The best player I think for that position would be Waneri if you're talking profile, and he's a really exciting ball carrier, runs at players, makes things happen. Does that mean I think he's necessarily ready for that and the amount of minutes he has to play in that position? Well, I don't know, but that's the position the club that potentially put us or the player in or whatever. Otherwise, Jesus on the right with Havertz
Jesus,
and Martinelli. That would be my front three. At least
That's
you've got
fair.
some pace.
Yeah.
And you hope Havertz can do from this January what he did from last January for a few months. That would be a big help. And then you go for a more balanced midfield. But my prediction is he's going with this new 3-diamond-3 formation that frees up Havertz a bit more.
Yeah.
But let's see.
Oh, interesting. All right. Well, I do want to close out the video, but I did actually want to just January. I'm a fan, that looks at in the league options. Okay, players from in the league. There's a lot of options.
Scrap into.
I saw Robbie mention about Ahmad this week as a potential option. There's loads. There's people like Anthony Gordon. There's Semenyo at Bournemouth. All of these.
Really
A lot of these
Anthony Gordon, by the way.
So do I. These are players that are.
They signed a contract recently,
I know all these players I mentioned, by the way, a lot of their contracts are 20 till 2029, 2030. But there's Kudus you mentioned. There's so many players that within the league. I like Premier League proven players.
The key word in January is release clause.
Okay.
There's enough to go around. Go and eat.
There's enough to go around.
That's it. Osimhen, Gyökeres, Lookman. There's 3 release clauses there.
Lookman's got a release clause.
Yeah, 45 mil.
Yeah, it is. I saw that this week.
Pounds.
Yeah.
Does he actually?
Yeah, that was the same in the summer as well. That's why it came up in.
Bring back Edu. He loved a release clause. Oh.
So like at the end of the day, there's no excuse. We're ranging from 40 to 80 there, depending on what you want to do and the risk you want to take. There's good players there on release clauses, amongst others as well. Danny Olmo's situation, we don't know what's going on there.
That's one we have to take advantage of.
Yeah, because they used to piss on us whenever they could.
Yeah.
Yeah, Overmars, Petit, Henry, Fabregas, Alex Song. Anytime they wanted to, let's piss on them.
All right. Well, again, this can be further videos, but I just want everyone to strap in. New year, happy New Year and that, and let's hope Arsenal do business this January. But that is a predicted 11 for the game against Brentford on New Year's Day. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and we'll see you soon. Take care.